While Cher was playing dress up, Dionne was quietly serving looks that made costume designers realize they've been playing it safe with black characters for way too long. Clueless is, in my opinion, the best fashion movie of all time, cementing its position up there with the likes of Legally Blonde, Mean Girls, and Devil Wears Prada. However, the success and lasting impact on fashion is most often portrayed through the lens of Cher's outfits, oftentimes completely overlooking Dionne's amazing looks and overall fashion contributions to the film. Dionne's bold looks helped to break the mold of how black characters were often portrayed in films in the 90s, paving the way for more empowered and risk-taking fashion for black characters to come. I feel like it's very important to give Dionne her own video in this series because her looks were totally phenomenal. Hello and welcome to Fashion on Film, the channel where we talk all things fashion and TV shows and movies that I am obsessed with from my childhood. My name is Ileana, and if you like this video and you want to see other videos in my Clueless series, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It's obviously hard for me to truly understand and speak on the impact of Dionne as a black fashion icon for other women, but I do think it's important to shine a light on the importance of her character in the fashion space. Most characters in fashion movies are all white, and even in my own videos I do find myself focusing on white characters. Like, I don't think I've done any dedicated character analysis video on a person of color, and that is very sad, and it's not done intentionally. It's just because there is such a lack of representation for people of color in the fashion space and in fashion movies, especially from the late 90s and early 2000s. So my question to my audience at this point in time is, who is your personal favorite black fashion icon from the 90s and early 2000s? Because for me, when it comes to like cinema and TV shows, that's definitely Raven from That's So Raven. Like, sometimes when I close my eyes, I literally still see her looks in front of me. They had such an impact on me. I thought she was so cool growing up. So yeah, let me know if I should cover Raven on my channel at some point, because I would obviously love to do so. So why is it so important to have a strong black fabulous character like we have Dionne in this movie? So black characters are often seen in films as like the token black character, and what a token character is basically if there's like one black character, and it's intentionally there to almost like fulfill some diversity goals, so for the movie to be say like, yeah, look, we're very inclusive, we're catering to all audiences, like, look, we have black people in our movie. And by that definition, Dionne can be seen as the token black character in Clueless, because she and her boyfriend Kurt, I don't know what's his real name, I just remember him from Scrubs, definitely meet the definitions of like the token black character, because they're the only like true black representation in the movie. But I do think that there is something wrong with seeing Dionne solely as the black token character, because in the film she is not just defined by her blackness. She has her own personality, she has her own really fleshed out character storylines, as well as just like this fabulous fashion. So I do not want to define her, and I don't think it's fair for us in retrospect to just define her as a token character, because she is truly just such an amazing, inspiring character. And I do think Dionne's character was so important in the film, because growing up as young girls and women, we truly relate with the characters that we see on screen, and it enables us to dream about who we think we will be one day, what our lives would look like, and ultimately what I like to focus on this channel, what we can look like, how we can dress ourselves, our hair, our makeup, our outfits. And then what we are viewing in these films, especially from the 90s and early 2000s, are primarily white middle to upper class characters having a white middle to upper class experience, and that immediately alienates a large portion of the audience, who then in turn feel disconnected from their own culture and their own upbringing, and may feel invalidated by their own personal experiences. And that is why it was and continues to be extremely important to have diverse representation in the fashion space, and why I think Dionne's character was just so important in this movie. So let's just take a quick look at some of the biggest fashion movies from the 90s for reference. Romeo and Michelle, Pretty Woman, 10 Things I Hate About You, like all the Mary-Kate and Ashley movies. Do we notice a trend? I'm just gonna leave it there. When we look at Dionne in the movie, we do see her wearing her hair in thick braids, whereas most Black character sidekicks at this point in cinema and TV shows often wore their hair straight. And I do think that this is like a big identity claiming move. Her style overall is very bold. She's not afraid to take risks. We see a lot of short hemlines, loud colors, a lot of co-ord sets similar to Cher. But the big difference between Cher and Dionne is definitely that Dionne overall doesn't play it as safe as Cher. She has a lot more fun accessorizing, playing with different elements, like the use of hats. I'm obsessed with. We're gonna get into it, and her hats definitely remind me of that one music video for Non-Blondes. If you know, you know. I cannot remember the name. Like, what's going on? That's literally every time I reference. But it's like those hats, and I absolutely love it. So I thought we can take a look at some of her most iconic outfits and break them down a bit. So first we have this black and white plaid look, and this is definitely Dionne's answer to Cher's famous yellow plaid look. We see her wearing the plaid jacket, mini skirt, white t-shirt, red cardigan, black knee-high socks, and what looks like more dress shoes, but because it's black on black, maybe it's also Mary Jane's. I would not be surprised. But what's different from her outfit to Cher's outfit is definitely the use of the hat. And this shows us that she's not afraid to take risks. Like, the hat matches perfectly to her outfit in the sense that it brings in all the other colors from the outfit. We have the black, we have the white, we have the red. So it definitely ties everything in perfectly. Like, Dionne's character is definitely not afraid to take up space. She's not afraid to be noticed. The next outfit, which I'm gonna say is my personal favorite outfit from Dionne for the entire movie. So I know it's not as iconic as the previous outfit, but I love the black and white contrast, and then it carries through the entire outfit. We have what is she even wearing? Is that like a jumpsuit? Is it a dress? I don't know what that is. I don't know. But I cannot imagine something more fabulous and sexy to work out in. And then we have her accessorizing with the bandana that obviously brings in both the black and the white, and it also ties the whole look together. Next up, we have this red and orange clothing combo. There's so many elements to this outfit, and they're all just so 90s. Like, the first thing that obviously grabs my attention is this hat. Now, can you name anything more 90s than this hat? Because I'm gonna wait. Like, the use of color, these more primary colors, the red and the yellow, we see that a lot in 90s fashion with this, like, but also the yellow's like this weird blob thing. And then this black swirl. I don't know, I saw the swirl like a lot, 90s stuff. Then we obviously have this like crinkly shirt. You remember those, like, you get them and they're like this small and then you have to like stretch them. I remember having like, I think, a purple one as a small child. And then of course that's like mixed or matched to this plaid skirt that has the red and the orange and like also the black in it. So like also brings in everything really well. Okay, next up we have another fabulous dress, this little preppy burgundy outfit. First of all, I think this color looks absolutely gorgeous on Dionne, and then the white with it is a very stark contrast. And obviously, like, the white is then also pulled through the entire outfit. This very 90s styling and vintage styling in general, they used to bring colors in and pull it through the entire outfit. So we have the white headband, the white collar, the white cuff, the white little knee-high socks poking through, and then these black Mary Janes help to like round everything. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I think after the PE outfit, this is probably my favorite look on her. And then this pink wedding look, oh my word, it's so pretty. It's just so, so pretty. I love, once again, like how she's playing with the color. So we have this pink dress. I'm assuming it's a mini dress because I don't think there's one look where we don't see her legs, which I'm grateful for. They look great. So we have this pink dress, which I'm assuming is a mini. And then we have like the little flower necklace, like the flowers in her hair, her nails are pink, everything is just so pink. It creates like this very whimsical, very romantic feel, while still at the same time being very over the top, which is her own personal style. I just love it. I love this look. I would love to see someone recreate this look. I know we see the plaid looks recreated a lot, but this is definitely something that I think would also translate very well in a modern context. I do really feel strongly, and I've reiterated this point throughout multiple times in the video, I do think that Dionne's character deserves more recognition in the fashion space, because I personally believe her looks are just as iconic, if not more iconic, as Cher's looks. And I've recently, as I was doing like research for these videos, come across the fact that there's a show, a Clueless show, and it seems to be with the same actress that plays Dionne, also plays Dionne in there, but with Alicia Silverstone and Cher, it's not like that. But I want to know if anyone has watched that show. Is it worth watching? Because I kind of want to dive into it, but I don't know if it sucks. So please let me know in the comments down below. And as I mentioned earlier, there's more parts coming to this series. We're still going to be covering Cher and Ty in depth. So if you're interested, subscribe so you don't miss those videos. And with that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!